Can sanding make damaged wood look brand new? Imagine turning a worn-out piece of furniture into something that looks fresh and new just with your hands and a few tools. Sanding can do that, but it depends on how badly the wood is damaged. If the damage is superficial, like scratches, stains, or old finishes, sanding can often restore the wood's appearance. But if the wood has deep gouges or structural issues, sanding alone might not be enough. When you sand wood, you remove the top layers that have been scratched, stained, or worn down over time. Using the right sanding techniques is key. Start with a coarse grit sandpaper, like 60 or 80 grit, to strip away the old finish and rough patches. This step gets rid of about 90% of the surface damage. Then, switch to medium grit, around 120 to 150 grit, to smooth out the surface and remove the rough marks left by the coarse sandpaper. Finish with a fine grit, like 220 to 320 grit, to create a silky smooth surface ready for staining or sealing. The sequence of sanding is very important. Using coarse grit first, then medium, and finally fine grit helps you achieve a look that's almost like new. Always sand with the grain of the wood, not against it. Sanding against the grain can cause scratches that make the wood look worse. Use long, even strokes and let the sander do the work without pressing too hard. Excessive pressure can leave swirl marks and uneven surfaces that are hard to fix. For curved areas, edges, or small details, hand sanding is best. It allows you to reach spots that power sanders can't. Carefully sanding around the edges and breaking sharp corners will give your piece a professional finish. Remember, sanding can only do so much. It cannot fix deep gouges, large dents, or broken parts of the wood. For veneered furniture, be extra cautious. Sanding through the thin veneer can ruin the piece. In those cases, chemical strippers might be a better choice to remove old finishes without damaging the veneer. After sanding, the real magic happens when you apply a new stain, varnish, or oil. These finishes will make the wood look fresh and new. Proper sanding prepares the surface so the new finish can bond well and look smooth. Upcycling furniture is a great way to give old or damaged wood a second life. Sanding is one of the most effective tools in your kit for restoring and transforming pieces, making them look and feel like new again. With a little patience and the right techniques, you can turn worn-out wood into a beautiful, renewed treasure.